Only take the part that resonates, leave the rest. Now I had to set these cards down to the side because after I got through shuffling and I looked at the bottom of the deck, I do feel as if an individual has been trolling. Okay. And I do feel as if someone is looking for specific spiritual information. This could also be wanting to work with specific spirits. And I do feel as if someone could be learning more. This could be about spiritual laws as well as spiritual practices. But I do feel as if this individual from time to time may work with demonic energy. Now, I do feel as if an individual is realizing that the spiritual work that they decided to do and the entity that they decided to utilize, there could be some issues there because of spiritual laws. It's like certain spirits and individuals wanting to utilize with their rituals. I feel as if those spirits may not be in alignment with the rituals that are being used. Okay. I also feel as if when it comes to the spirits, whether demonic or not, that an individual is working with, there's still some type of spiritual law that that entity is bound to. So we're going to put this deck to the side. Okay. Now, whoever that's for, that's between you and the spirits that you decide to utilize. But it definitely feels as if somebody owes a spirit more than what they are willing to pay that spirit. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into y'all message. We're going to shuffle up this deck and we're going to find out what's going on. I do pick up Aries. Somebody could be like an Aries, Pisces, cusper. Someone could be a Taurus, a Libra. What's going on, Aquarius? One of y'all got an Aquarius that is watching you on social media. Or you may feel like in Aquarius season, you could feel as if a lot of individuals could be watching you. So there could be some paranoia there. I'm not sure if somebody who is feeling like that in Aquarius season is dealing with individuals who are watching them, but it definitely feels like someone feels as if individuals could be watching them. And you may start to notice with Aquarius season, it feels like you start to notice like individuals may, there could be a lot of subliminals. Somebody could be very indirect, and that could make you feel as if this person may be watching you. I also feel as if someone could be utilizing a pentagram or the symbol of a pentagram. I also feel as if King Solomon could be significant. This could also be King Solomon magic. Somebody is also utilizing sigils. And I also pick up the triple moon goddess. Okay. Now, I do feel as if a Taurus, a Libra, and an Aries could have some type of karma with another Taurus. Okay, especially if you are a Taurus. Somebody has some karma with the Taurus. For others, I do feel as if you have a spiritual calling that you have come into this life to, it's like you came into this life to answer that calling. Now, I do feel as if there seems to be something shocking that ends up happening in your life that forces you to move forward. This could also be this tower moment happening in order for you to be able to create something fresh on a new foundation. All right. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Cancer sign also. I feel like that Cancer sign is definitely going to surprise you. Somebody has also been lying about either a Taurus, a Libra, or a mother figure. I also feel as if the right ear could be significant. There could be ringing in the right ear. Okay. Some of you guys, it's like the right ear could itch, or like you are pulling on the right ear. If you have a child, your child may have an earache. Okay. For others of you, you may be picking up on communication from spirit. I do pick up on somebody residence changing, or either an individual may end up getting a new vehicle. Okay. In 2025. There's a reality check. Spirit whooping somebody's ass. for trying to be sneaky. Mhm. You guys are recognizing the truth about this situation. Okay, I do see you dispelling unrealistic notions. And this could also be a time in your life where spirit is just opening up your eyes. The veil has been removed. Okay, somebody's been chasing rainbows and butterflies. Clarify this reality check. I do feel as if like a player on like a team is going to end up being benched. This could be like the best player. Mm-hmm. Job interview. Okay. So somebody could be having a hard time when it comes to new jobs. Okay, getting a job interview. You may also have a sudden realization for those of you who have been applying to jobs. You may start to realize that Spirit has called you to start your own business. It's like as you're sitting there being interviewed, you realize this ain't for me. Okay. Tell us more about the interview. Manifestation. And you have give that hoe back to the streets. Some of y'all are going back and you're manifesting. This could be a new opportunity. I also feel as if an individual may need to clean off their spiritual altar. And if you recently put something on your altar that your ancestors don't approve of, your intuition could be telling you that it's time for you to let that item go. Somebody also could have given their ancestors like some chicken or even a beverage. That's a confirmation. I also feel as if someone's ancestor's name is Jean. Mm-hmm. I do pick up on an individual placing some flowers on their altar. That is a confirmation that it is time for you to manifest the life that you desire for yourself. Stop accepting mediocre. And for some of you guys, the moment that you get the job you've been praying for, it's like as you are looking at the job description or as you are talking to that employer pertaining to that position, you realize like, yeah, this is what I manifested, but I don't feel like this is what I want. You could be rejecting an offer and again, manifesting something new. Now, somebody on the outside looking in, they feel like you got what you asked for as far as what you wanted to manifest. Someone may not understand why there's this feeling of dissatisfaction. But again, some of you guys, you realize that you were called for something greater. I do pick up on an individual who may be making their own spiritual. This could be like oils. This could also, y'all alchemy energy. Y'all are the alchemists. You could be mixing perfumes. You could also be purchasing perfumes and literally mixing the perfumes that you put on. I do see some of you guys who you have the gift of making. This could be products. I do feel as if someone who has their own business, if you make products, you're going to end up selling things in bulk. You may also have somebody who's asking you questions pertaining to your product. And for those of you who make your own product, somebody could ask you like, oh, what did you put in here? Or what's the secret or the recipe? It is then that you realize somebody could be potentially trying to steal your idea or duplicate what it is that you make. Now, those of you who actually got an interview at a company that is very hard for others to get on to, people are going to start asking you like, well, damn, how did you manifest that? How did you get them to call you and to offer you that position and you still rejected it? You could be rejecting a position because of the pay. Boom. You're spiritually protected. Spirit is about to expose the truth to you. Okay. And who's trying to set you up, put you in an awkward position, an awkward situation? And for some of you guys, your intuition kicking in while you are communicating with someone is Spirit's way of exposing the truth. Now, Spirit is also going to expose the truth when it comes to you, especially if somebody has been trying to set you up or put you in an awkward position. This could be an individual asking you questions that could be personal. For some of y'all, individual could be asking you questions that have nothing to do with the job. Yeah. I see someone who's waiting for you to respond to them. You may also be somewhat impatient during this time. It's like you're ready for shit to happen right now. As soon as you snap your finger. For some of y'all, you ready for Spirit to expose who's trying to set you up, who's trying to put you in an awkward situation. And when it comes to like a job, they didn't disclose everything, even within that job description that comes along with the job. And I feel like that's also another reason why Spirit is trying to protect you from taking that position. It's like an individual passes the background check, everything is good to go. But your intuition is telling you, it's like, something still feels off. Even though this is what I manifested, something don't feel right about this. Mm-hmm. So let's find out, boo. Reality check. Okay. Somebody also thinks that you on some demon time. You up to no good. Okay. And now they're about to have a reality check. You on the right path. You doing what you're supposed to do and what Spirit has called you to do. Go into this reality check. Recognizing the truth. Self-care is important. Okay. Taking care of your mind, body, and soul is important. Investing in your gifts, your talents, that's important. I feel like during this time, some of you guys are definitely more focused on your self-expression, how you choose to express yourself. I do feel as if one of you may have a talent when it comes to like playing a musical instrument, or this could even be singing. I'm also picking up on an individual who may actually be utilizing that gift, and they may go to local parks and play their music outside. Mm-hmm. I do feel as if somebody could also like to go to the beach as a part of their self-care, as a part of connecting with nature. Okay, this could also be enjoying the view. Spirit wants you to embrace the moment. Okay. And I also feel as if somebody is coming to the realization that they may need more than one job or more than one income, especially when it comes to the things that they like to do as far as their self-care regimen is concerned. So somebody realizes that they may have some costly habits, but I also feel as if this is how this person maintains their appearance. So therefore they feel like they have to get a second job. Or if this is someone who is not working, they feel like they need to go and get a job. Mm-hmm. I feel like at one point in time, somebody was surviving off of the support of others. This could also be community support. You know what this just made me think of? Like if a content creator was solely relying on their content to bring in a check, this individual could be worried about having to get back out there, having to work, having to interview. Mhm. Clarify job interview. One of y'all either got a birthmark or a tattoo on your left arm. And I feel like it's going to be your upper arm, which is the confirmation. Okay. Chosen. Mm-hmm. You get the job that you desired. You interview at the hospital that you desire. Look at this. Clear empathy. The person that you could have been talking to, it's like this individual was very empathetic. Some of you guys utilized your pendulum to confirm whether or not this is the job that spirit has for you. But I do feel as if even though these individuals in the beginning may come across as being very loving, very empathetic, couple months down the line, these are going to be the same individuals who try to shun you. Somebody could also try to falsely report you. And I also feel as if this individual has a tendency of looking at people's social media page, right? And whatever they see connected to your name on social media would be the reason why they try to ban you. Look at this, new alliances. Yeah. These folks got secrets they damn self. Mm-hmm. Okay. Clarify manifestation. What's about to manifest for the viewer? Child, not an astral ass whooping. Okay, that came out in reverse. What you say? An ass whooping ain't gonna be what you get, period. You're not fighting for what it is that you want. You don't have to fight. And for some of you guys, this is about you being in alignment with what spirit has for you, which is why things have begun to manifest in your life. Mm-hmm. And for some of y'all, you don't want to have to compete when it comes to the work sector. You don't want to be in a career where by the end of the day, you are completely exhausted mentally as well as physically. Now, I do feel as if some of you guys have manifested an easier path in life. Like things just seem easier now. You're attracting what it is that you want. You don't have to work harder, you're working smarter. And if you were experiencing like nail breakages in the past, that's about to change. Mm-hmm. It's all about you taking care of yourself and taking care of your needs. This is also when you begin to start accept situations for what they are instead of forcing things to be what you want them to be. You begin to look at the reality of the situation and you are taking a logical approach. And the logical approach may be telling you, look, boo, it's time for you to put yourself first. It's time for you to care for your own needs. It's time for you to invest in your own gifts and talents. Mm-hmm. And what you choose chooses you. Baby, you have divine favor over your life. This is also about you choosing your battles. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all not putting yourself in a position to where you lose, to where you feel like you getting your ass handed to you. Period. What song is this that's playing? Crystal Tears. Mm-hmm. So let's take a look. Reality check. Self-care. Now, I do pick up on an individual who could even be asking you, like, boo, what you do for self-care? Mm-hmm. Where do you go? Where do you like to hang out? What this could be anything from an individual asking you, what is that perfume or cologne that you are wearing, all the way to an individual asking you, you know, what it is that you do to relieve mental stress. Because I feel like that person has been through a lot of tough shit. And you seem to be at peace. You have this zen about you. Somebody want to be on your level, boo. Mm-hmm. Clarify reality check and self-care. I do feel as if someone could wear lashes. I do feel as if like somebody could also end up, whether you wear lashes or not, you could end up getting an eyelash in your eye. Mm-hmm. It's confirmation to this message. And I feel like this will be something recently that has happened. So it felt like with something being in your eye, your vision was blocked. There are certain things that spirit has not disclosed to you about what's to come. Spirit doesn't want you to worry about the future. Spirit is like, look, live in the moment, the here and now. Take care of yourself, your well-being. That way, when the time comes, you are in alignment with what it is that you have asked for. Because again, some of you guys, you chose this. Some things that you have been manifesting, the life you've been manifesting, it was a vision in the past. Now it has come to pass. Occupation. Distant horizons, despair. Now, somebody that you work with, okay, you may be trying to keep your distance from this individual, but I feel like whoever this person is, they're dealing with some despair. They're also having a reality check that they need to take care of their own damn self, focus on their own damn work instead of focusing on what you got going on. In order for things to work, not just in that person's life, but in order for you to be an asset to this individual's life, they're going to have to take care of their own needs. They're going to have to work on themselves. Yeah. Chill. They in despair, honey. And this could be someone who is in a higher position, yet they act childish. Ooh, and they a fake ass person. This is someone who could have also given you a gift, but they really didn't want to. Or if they gave you a gift, they wanted you to work for it. For some of you guys, you have with your spiritual gift, you've been investing in this spiritual gift. And I feel as if you could have presented this gift to this individual or shown them the fact that you have this awesome ass talent. And they still felt like they was going to make you come in at the entry level and really have to work for your abundance. And I don't feel like you mind working for it. But I also feel like with your level of experience, I heard expertise, you shouldn't be starting entry level. And Mary J. Blige says she ain't gonna cry. Going to Chosen and job interview. Privileged lady. Baby, some of y'all being blessed with a good ass job. Okay, it's like you done earned your stripes in your career sector. There's just some things that you find yourself not having to deal with. And I also feel as if you have an AT&T phone or like AT&T is your service provider, that's a confirmation. Things are going to be easier. Okay. Mm-hmm. And whatever you lose, it's not worth your tears. Spirit said it ain't worth it. It's not worth your dignity either. I also feel as if one of you guys may be called to make a kit. And this could be a lot of different products or items that you put together, and you may provide this kit to others. Yeah. You chose the nails. You chose to do things for some of you guys the hard way. Like you didn't want things to be handed to you. So you really did work for what it is that you want. Mhm. I do feel as if one of y'all have your hair wrapped up, or if you have, I don't know why I want to call them pins, bobby pins. There you go. If you got bobby pins in your hair, you may have to loosen up either the scarf or the bobby pins. This could also be someone feeling as if like a hat is too tight around their head. That is a confirmation, okay, to this message. The moment that you are interviewed or somebody starts talking to you, it's like in that moment they realize that you are the one that they want. They recognize that you are chosen. Somebody also realizes that it is a privilege. Oh, honey, it is a privilege to be in your presence. Somebody feels like they hit the jackpot. This person think they gonna make your ass work. And this could also be someone using an individual. 1111 is a confirmation. Someone is born November and somebody is also born in August. Mm-hmm. I also feel as if, like, if you have to clock in on the wall at work, that I feel like something is not working properly. This could be some type of like machinery, or this could be the time clock. Okay. Spiritual ass whoopings in reverse. Message of concern. Manifestation. Some of y'all are worried about when things really start to blossom in your life, if others are going to try to stop your blessings, if they're not going to be a supporter, will they be a hater? Bottom of the deck, you have the main female. Some of you guys are about to receive some lucid dreams pertaining to a specific female that you are connected to in the work sector. You may end up receiving a message from that person. And it could be something that is concerning or a message where you need to get back to that individual. But I also feel as if this individual, they don't want no problems with you, especially with this astral ass whooping in reverse. Now, for my ladies, here you are in your main female energy. You may be experiencing a lot of vivid dreams. You may also have an increase in your visions during the evening or nighttime. Mm-hmm. Boo. Let's get you some cards, darling. You know what? Let's go with these. Okay. So you have a reality check when it comes to your job. I do feel like somebody is trying to fix things, but I don't feel like it would be you. Someone else is having to fix something out of fear that they are going to be cut off. Look at this Page of Pentacles. This is just work. Some of you guys may also be going to trainings. You could even be thinking about going back to school and educating yourself. This could be getting a trade. Hermit card in reverse. If you a Virgo, honey, whatever, it's something at work that could be bothering you. You could feel outside of your element. And I also feel as if there are some things that if you're dealing with a water sign, you're not telling this person. You're not telling them what's going on or what's bothering you. It seems as if you are worried about some type of message that you receive. And the truth could definitely be shocking. Tell us more. One of y'all also could have Native American in your blood. You may also come to the realization of what spirit has called you to do as far as your career sector. Somebody got a D or a G, first, middle, last initial. Okay. One of y'all just went through your season of Job, baby. And here you are coming out on the other side of it. I feel like the 12th chapter of Job is going to be significant for someone. Mm-hmm. Looking back over things. Spirit is calling you to reflect on the path that got you to where you are today. Clarify, chosen, privileged lady. Ten of Swords. Now, the moment that you reject an offer that someone gives you, you may feel bad about it. But I also feel like you don't feel bad enough to allow someone else to take advantage of you. A confirmation is going to be if you have an interview and the person that is interviewing you asks you questions along the lines of how much do you think you can take, or um, how much do you think you will be able to lift? It's like someone is wanting you to put the weight on you. They want you to put the load on you. But see, you've already been through that disappointment in your career sector. You've already experienced letdowns. And for some of you guys, you may realize that at times to be chosen does not always feel good. Sometimes to be chosen is to be betrayed, is to be ridiculed. It is for the hardships, to be the one to show other people, like, hey, I've been down that path in life. It wasn't easy, but this is how you bounce back. You still got to go through the bullshit to get to where you at, right? In order to show people that you have bounced back from something, you still got to go through it. Now, I do see someone asking one of y'all, how did you get over the betrayal? And I do pick up on an individual who's dealing with some work burnout. Okay. Clarify message of concern. What is the message of concern? Justice, Libra. And the song that's playing don't want to be a player. So it's a Libra who wants no involvement. They don't want to be a player. But something is about to manifest that brings you justice. And I also feel like there is a Libra who they not trying to deal with no astral ass whoopings. They want no parts of it. Okay. Somebody's age could have been a concern at one point in time. Okay. Now, if you work with a Libra, you could feel as if like this Libra tried to betray you. Yeah. And this person, you could feel like they tried to betray you, stabbed you in the back because you are called by God, because you have divine favor over your life, because you are this privileged lady. And for some of you guys, somebody is looking back at Libra season, and that's when a lot of shit began. Whether this is problems in an individual's career sector or you just having problems with someone else. I do see you getting justice, though. Okay. Queen of Wands energy, bottom of the deck. Very attractive. Somebody definitely sees you as a type that they want to build with. They want to have longevity with. This person also sees you as very attractive when it comes to the family dynamic. Somebody's family member, this is a side note, but somebody's family member could have died by suicide. I just heard a spirit say they're okay. So I feel like an individual was needing to know that a family member was okay. It's like you could have been hurt by the way they chose to exit out of this life into the next. And I do feel as if you could have also been concerned about a message that this person may have left behind. And I do feel as if like the police could have someone's suicide note. And I also feel like that family member wants an individual to pick up a check or to check with their job. I don't know if this has to do with the individual's benefits through work. Okay. Yeah. One of y'all may be an individual's beneficiary. That's what I'm picking up on. Now, reality check when it comes to, for some, education, what it is that you will need for a specific job. Okay. I pick up on someone who could also be a seamstress or an individual who may be an esthetician. I'm also picking up on a massage therapist. Okay, if you got your own business, one of y'all could be utilizing your car for work purposes. You may end up trying to write that off. Now, I do pick up on an individual. You may receive some type of letter from the IRS. Yeah. They may ask, is this a personal vehicle also? Somebody's going to be interviewed by the IRS about their taxes, especially if you try to write your car off. And for some reason, I don't know why they going back to 2012 with the individual's taxes. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. Clarify this Page of Pentacles energy. One of y'all been called to work at a school. You work with kids? You may be an educator. Some of y'all have been called to educate others on current topics. If you are worried about like having a degree or having specific skills when it comes to like, or experience, there you go, having specific experience when it comes to the work that you want to do or the job that you want, Spirit's gonna get you in there. Yeah. Spirit gonna get you in there. You may not directly want to work with children. I do feel as if these are children you work with, they may be children who could have some behavioral health issues. Somebody could also end up working at a school for an alternative school for kids. Or this could be children who may have special needs. Okay. Going to this Ten of Swords energy. Now, when it comes to work, just in general, some of y'all about to come to the realization, them folks ain't your friends. How many times Spirit got to tell you that? Okay. Them folks ain't your friends. No matter how cordial an individual may be in your face, them ain't your friends. And for some of y'all, you already had negative experiences with the Six of Cups in reverse. You already had negative experiences in the work sector, disappointments in the work sector. You already dealt with people trying to mind your damn business instead of minding their own. Honey, folks can't even change their life for the better, but yet they have all this advice to try to help change somebody else's chair. Just say, baby, work on you and mind your business before they try to get all up in your business. Okay. 444 will be a confirmation. Going to this 10 of Swords. Chair, disappointed, feel betrayed, feel like somebody trying to compete with you, trying to always start shit, trying to fight, and somebody also straddling the damn fence with the Two of Pentacles. Mm-hmm. Somebody is stirring up shit between two people. Honey. And why are individuals fighting over a situation that does not bring balance in their life? The Two of Pentacles signifies the fact that somebody needs balance in their life. And with that conflict being there, that is what's causing someone to feel a sense of, or feel like things aren't balanced in their life. Chill. The moment somebody try to start some shit with you, you're going to switch it up with them. No. I also feel like you have a lot of gifts, experience in life that for some of you guys, it's like you're a jack of all trades. You can work in different career sectors. You don't just have to settle for one. Oh, honey, and somebody end up getting smart with you, or they end up saying something, and you could be in that Five of Wands energy. What I just heard, if you don't give a damn, we don't give a. Look how she's looking over her shoulder. Look at this. This is you. Somebody come at you with that Five of Wands energy, and you are just disappointed. You like, oh, Susan, girl, I know you didn't. Now here you are with the Two of Pentacles. You kind of like, am I going to take this to spirit? Am I going to take this to my ancestors? You know that at the end of the day, like, you could say something that will shut everything down, but it's also going to cause conflict. And it could possibly put an individual in a position to where they're ready to fight. Now, I do feel like you could be going into a career sector that is very competitive. I feel like you may have to, for some, it feels as if like you have to juggle or multitask to stay afloat. And if that is the case, Spirit is telling you, like, look, I didn't design what I have for you. You ain't going to have to kind of like fight about it. You ain't got to rob Peter to pay Paul. Tower moment. Somebody missed out on an opportunity to address a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini man. Yeah. And if you have been doing things by yourself, like with no help at all, I feel like one of you guys wanted to either speak up for yourself, or you wanted to say something to an individual about how much you have contributed to helping in this situation. But Spirit is like, nah, just keep it pushing. If somebody can't see your worth or your value or what it is that you bring to the table, ain't no sense in you trying to convince them. I feel like an individual is worshiping someone who does not work as hard as you. Also, a side note, somebody gonna end up going out with their friends, and I don't know how hard you kicking it, but one of y'all, somebody gonna end up losing a shoe. Now, again, like I just said, I don't know how hard you kicking it, but honey, you got to be kicking it pretty damn hard if you went out the house with two shoes and you come back with one. Okay. I don't even know how you leave your shoe, but whatever. Hmm. Going to justice. Be patient. The contract that you want is coming. And in the song I just heard, God will restore. The song is titled If He Did It Before. Same God. Hmm. Justice. The Fool card and the Death card. Somebody is dealing with a Libra, a Aries, or a Scorpio. Now, there was a Libra who was a fool when it comes to their behavior. They're undergoing a major transformation. Okay. And I also feel like somebody is thinking about the afterlife. They don't want to feel foolish in their decisions. Mhm. Here you are getting justice. You also have a new beginning. But in order for you to truly enjoy and be able to experience these new opportunities to the fullest, you're going to have to undergo a transformation. And I also feel like there is someone who may end up going through a period of celibacy. But I also feel like that individual, that would be new to them. That's like a new journey in their life. Hmm. Somebody is also having like a masculine energy. Spirit has been telling them to quit sleeping with the mother of their child or with the mother. Let me say this, some chick who got a child. Okay. Hmm. Like their relationship is over. Yeah. Okay. I'm also picking up like somebody has a police scanner, or you may find something out about the police. This is going to be like a young officer. Okay. A young police officer passes away. Hmm. This person could have been going in a hostage situation to save individuals who, unfortunately, they were already deceased. It's like this young officer, I heard the rookie, they thought that the suspect was going to come out willingly. Huh. If y'all end up hearing on the news about like a young officer being killed, that's a confirmation when it comes to like this message playing out. This other these other things that we talked about should also be playing out in your life. I feel like this though is something an individual witnesses. Or if you don't actually witness it, it's like you may scroll across a video, or you might find out on the news that an officer may have been killed. I don't feel like it's a direct connection to you, but it will indicate that there are some things that you're about to realize when it comes to your work sector. And if you have been working with children, you may come to the realization that that chapter in your life could be coming to an end. Mhm. Especially if you ended up getting into it with somebody in the work sector. Feels like that could have damaged someone's career. Six of Wands, bottom of the deck. King of Swords, Four of Cups. Hmm. An individual knows the truth. They're sitting on the truth. But I do feel as if someone is worried to the point where they're dealing with insomnia. Yeah. I do see an individual who's wanting to work things out with you. They want to be friends, especially those of you when it comes to a relationship. Y'all could be trying to salvage the connection between the two of you, but I do feel as if it may go to or from a romantic partnership to a friendship. I do feel like an individual also was willing to risk it all and do just about anything to make some shit happen for themselves as well as for others. A Libra is wanting a new beginning. They may tell you that they have changed. If you are a Libra, you could be dealing with someone who is extremely risky. It's like their lifestyle. Maybe you have this feeling that the lifestyle that they live is going to lead to some type of death. You could also feel like this person is going to have to make a major transformation in their life to avoid that path that they are possibly on. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're an older Libra. Okay. And I do feel like when you guys manifest this contract, here you are, you were just shocked. You have this new beginning, a new opportunity, but you also know that things are going to change. And there are things that are taking place with you that are also about to change. Okay. You or the individual you're connected to could also have blonde hair. Mm-hmm. So the only cup that you actually have out here is the Six of Cups, and that's in reverse. Mm-hmm. And some of y'all may be disappointed to find out that people you were connected to, they chose sides. Instead of coming to you, talking to you, they chose sides. And for that reason, you could feel a sense of betrayal. Now, those same people who chose the wrong side, they're straddling the fence as we speak. And some of these individuals are defensive because now they realize that they allowed themselves to be betrayed or manipulated by someone. Somebody was manipulating an individual into fighting or arguing or teaming up against you. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Let's find out what Spirit wants you to know, and then we headed up out of here, boo. Oh, wow, we've been on here an hour? Yeah. What does Spirit need the viewer to know? Glass houses, honey. That shit coming to an end. Look at this. Somebody living in glass houses, throwing stones and then hiding their hand. This is also an individual who is quick to judge others, knowing that, hell, you can see straight through their ass. And look at this. Let the church say amen. Bottom of the deck, deadly relationships. And you got real love. Ooh. Child, you got real love, wages of sin. There's also somebody who may be listening to astrology readings or someone who is an astrologer that's dealing with some financial blocks. But with this Black Widow card, there's a daily relationship that somebody is dealing with. And I also feel like someone close to an individual could be transitioning to the other side. And if you're not close to this person, it could just have a impact on you emotionally. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. But yeah, somebody was throwing stones, and whoever this person is, they live in a glass house and they easily broken. You or this individual could have um, very large windows in your home or a nice amount of sunlight. I feel like a lot of sunlight, and somebody manifested the house that they want. I also feel like some police officers could again be at someone's home. Hmm. Okay, but somebody was living in a glass house. They've been seeing a lot of spiders lately. I heard somebody spider sense what spider senses. Look at this badge of honor. So somebody was talking shit, throwing stones, trying to earn their stripes. This individual is going to have to face themselves to heal. Oh, a spiritual war. So somebody was, look at this, spiritual war. They were trying to earn their stripes, knowing they got just as many problems as the person who they were trying to battle up against. And bottom of the deck, you got return to sender. When it comes to psychic attacks, mm-hmm. Maybe for some of y'all are the return to sender. Your presence alone. This card says no weapon formed shall prosper. Your spiritual team is sending the magic back to them with a few of their special friends. See this? And somebody also look at this. In a previous life, you were in a spiritual war with this person. You also dealt with the spiritual war with this person in this life. See, this person in each life, they've been trying to get a badge of honor when it comes to battling you. Look at this. And you return the sender. Mhm. Now, if this was somebody who was very opinionated about your beliefs, you may definitely, in that return to sender type of situation, you may start to question that person's mental well being. It's like the individual start talking shit about your mental well being, whether you got it all up top, and then you turn around and you flip that shit on them. You like, oh, I got it. Do you got it? Okay. Sure. All right, boo. And the song said, let the church say amen, honey. I love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye, boo.